Hi, everyone, and welcome to Simple Marketing Academy. This is where we help small business owners, entrepreneurs, and solopreneurs to simply and cost effectively market and advertise their businesses so that they can grow and increase their revenue. My name is Jill Fox, and today we're going to talk about what do you do if your marketing isn't working? You are trying different things and it's just not working. Well, I have several suggestions for you today and several tips that will help you get back on track. But I think the first thing I want to say is that it is not quick. Every time I gain a new client and sign a new client to work with Fox Social Media, I have to tell them that it is not going to happen fast. It's just not. It does not work that way. It takes time and it takes a multi-faceted approach in order to get the word out and get people to learn about your business. The other thing I want to say is that I know a lot of times people will do one small thing and say, it doesn't work. I'm not going to do this. Well, you've got to hang in there. You've got to give it time. So you can't run a Facebook ad for a day or two and say, hey, why isn't it working? Well, you don't know if it's working. You've got to give it like 7 days. And then you can take a look and say, hey, am I gaining any traction as far as the ad being shown? And you can go from there. But nothing is quick, so remember that. The other thing you've got to keep in mind that there's a lot of trial and error with marketing, even when I do it. And I've been doing this for, like 14 years now. So you've got to be really persistent, consistent, and you've got to keep track of your results to see what is actually working. So the first tip that I have for you today to improve your marketing is to make sure you review what you're doing. So take a look at your current strategy. I'm posting to Facebook every day and nothing's happening. Well, that's not enough. So you need to take a look first and say, where are my clients? Where are my customers? Where are they most likely? Let's say your clients own their own businesses. Well, they're most likely going to be on LinkedIn. Let's say your ideal customer is a 16, 17-year-old, 20-year-old kid, young person. Well, they're most likely on TikTok. So it just depends. You've got to be where your customers are and your clients. And you've also got to be comfortable with that social media platform. So you want to just see what you're doing and kind of make sure you keep track and review and write down everything you're doing so that you can keep good statistics. The other thing that you've got to do kind of goes back to what I just said, and that's understand your ideal audience. So when you first get started, you're going to say, I don't really know, but you can take an educated guess. So I have a very high quality dog food brand. It's high quality, it's all natural, and it's a little bit pricey. Well, my ideal customer is going to be dog owners, and they're going to be in a little bit higher income bracket because my product is a little higher and it's a little bit more of a luxury. So you're going to say, okay, I make baby products. So your ideal client is going to be a younger couple, or at least childbearing age couple, or individual mom, or somebody may be buying for them, but you want to just mainly target to them. So you can see there's all different audiences. There's all different social media platforms they can be on. There's all different places you can market. So you've got to make sure you know. Now, you're going to write down a little bit about what you think your ideal or who you think your ideal client is. And then you're going to just keep tweaking that as you learn more. You're going to just keep learning more and more. Maybe you sell baseball cards and you think your ideal customer is a 13-year-old boy is your ideal customer. Come to find out, your ideal customer are 45-year-old baseball collectors. So, they collect baseball memorabilia. So we don't always know, but we're going to give it our best shot, and then we're going to tweak it and learn from there. The other thing that I kind of touched on in the beginning is you're going to experiment with different channels. So what that means, it goes back to my multifaceted approach that we talked about. You don't want to just post on Facebook and that's all my marketing. It's not enough. It's just not. The social media platforms all have algorithms. And what that means is it's just a kind of a bunch of statistics that determine who sees your posts. Everybody that follows you is not going to see your posts. So you have to be posting a little bit more than you think. You've also got to be in different places. You want to try, my recommendation is when you get started, try 2 social media platforms. You want to make sure that that's where your customers are, where you believe they are, and be consistent. You can't just do it a couple times and think it's going to work. It's not. It doesn't work that way. So you've got to continue posting, continue looking at to see which post did the best, and kind of try to replicate some of the information in there. The other thing is that you want to have a website. You want to be doing email marketing. Depending where you are in your business and what type of business you have, you maybe want to run ads. There's lots of things you want to be doing. You want to start, you're going to start just with the posting, your website, then you're going to start building your email list. You're going to do it a little at a time. It doesn't have to be overwhelming, but you do need to have a multifaceted approach. The other thing that you want to do, and this really should have been number 1 before you ever get started with your marketing, and that is to optimize. So what that means is to make each of the platforms, whether it be your website, your social media, as complete and informationally correct and providing as much information as possible about your business. So you want to have a website, even if it's just a web page, and above the fold, that means before anybody scrolls, they type in your URL, they hit enter, and whatever pops up without touching their mouse is above the fold. So you want to make sure that people know, obviously, the name of your company, how to contact you, how to buy your products. Now, in addition, it's very important that they know who you serve, what the product will do for them, and what the outcome is of using your product or your service. So that information is really important to have on there. We know that and we feel like it's so obvious, but it's not to other people. So make sure that's above the fold. As well as you want to have on there a way to contact you, a way to buy your product or service. And we'll get into lead magnets a little bit later, but for now, let's just go with that for your website. You also want to link your social media platforms in either the header or the footer so that somebody who says, this looks interesting, let's see what kind of pictures or videos or posts they've shared on social media about this product, can just do one click at the top or bottom of your website and be taken directly to your Facebook page, your Instagram account, your LinkedIn, whatever it might be, and see more and learn more and follow you there as well. The other thing you want to do is obviously make sure you're on the 2 social media platforms that your ideal customers are most likely to be on, and you want to be consistent. You want to make sure that you're posting several times a week and that you're trying out different types of posts. You're trying videos, you're trying to share testimonials, you're trying all kinds of different things. And speaking of that, go to my website, foxsocialmedia.com, and right there on the home page, just under the fox who's going to walk on the screen when you go on the website, you will see 2 blue buttons. The second of the 2 blue buttons says social media post ideas. Just click it, and I'm going to send you 150 social media post ideas. I have a list, and it's kind of, one is an overall list, one is for service-based businesses, and one is for product-based businesses. But this will get you started, and it will really help you to kind of figure out what to post about. It's going to help you so much to get started. So make sure you go get it. It's totally free. Again, just go to foxsocialmedia.com and click the blue button on the homepage that says social media post ideas, and I will send it to you. Next, I want to talk about creating compelling content. So one of the things you have to do, whether you want to or not, is create content. That can be written word, spoken word, video, images. It can be any number of different ways you can do this. So one of the things that you need to do is be consistent. That is one of the most important. But you're going to try different things. Again, go get that post ideas social media post ideas list on my website at foxsocialmedia.com. The one thing you need to do is create all different types of content. It should not be selling. Only 20% at most should be selling or pitching your product or your service. So one of the things you need to make sure of is that you are putting yourself in your customer's shoes. What do they want to learn about? What information do they need? So let's say you have a garden center and you sell plants, and you, instead of saying every day, oh, this plant on sale, this plant on sale, you want to be posting videos that show how to care for those plants. There's a lot of people like me who don't have a green thumb. I've only ever been able to keep one plant alive. So, so we need help. I don't know when to transplant it. I don't know how much to water it. I don't know how much sun it needs. There's so many things I don't know that I would like to know about houseplants. So that's, if you look at me kind of as a customer, you might make videos talking about all those things and teaching and showing hands-on. That's the kind of stuff you want to post. Kind of go over all the different content. What about vegetables? Where do you plant them? Do they need fertilizer? How do I keep the animals out and the bugs out? How do I grow organically in my yard? So there's so many things and so many questions. So one of the things I tell people is to make a list of the 10 most asked questions. So what are the 10 things that the majority of people who ask you questions ask about you, that being your customers? What do they ask? Write those down, start from the top, and make short videos about each one. I know not all of you want to make videos. Trust me, this is not my favorite thing to do. I'd much rather sit there and chat to you than have to be on camera. Not my favorite. But it's important for me to get the information out there to my clients and customers. So you don't want a Hollywood production. You just need a quiet, well-lit space and earbuds. I have a microphone, which was like $60, but you can use your smartphone. You can use your earbuds. You just have to make sure your lighting and sound are good. And also you don't want it shaking, so make sure it's still. But that's all you need to do. People honestly don't want a Hollywood production on YouTube. They're looking more for authentic, real information from people who know what they're talking about. So that is the best way you're going to get yourself out there, by far, hands down. So if you can do just short videos answering questions, then that's so ideal. Again, not fancy. If there's a mistake in it, what you want is essentially just as if somebody's standing there holding a camera while you're working on, let's go back to the plants, you're working on your plants and following you around, and you're just talking, describing what you're doing. That's it. So it should be conversational. It's okay to have a mistake or something in it. That conversational information is huge. Then you're going to start watching and say, oh my gosh, my video about sunflowers did better than all of my videos. So what other information can I share about sunflowers? And then, hey, the next one, I'm going to put my sunflowers on sale because I think that's perfect. And maybe you talk about it at the end of the video. Hey, sunflowers are on sale today or this week at this price. So come down to ABC Place and get them. One of the other things that I want to tell you is you can create one piece of content and use it in 3 different ways. So one of the things I do is that I will videotape, just like I'm doing now, record this information. So I will take the video and put it on YouTube. I will download the audio only, and that becomes my podcast. I can also have it transcribed and make a blog post out of it. So I was able to create just one piece of content and turn it into 3. The other thing that works really well is if you batch your content. So maybe you say every Friday, I'm going to create 4 short videos. I'm going to plan out my topics. I'm going to spend the time, getting those recorded. And then I have a piece of content for every single week for the next month. Those really add up, and it is it's really helpful to have all that done. The other thing you can do is a blog, obviously. You can do the podcast if you don't like video, but I'm going to tell you right now that video is going to get you further faster than anything else. And the reason is because people get to know you, like you, trust you way quicker with video. When you're sitting there having a conversation with them, essentially, they start to realize that, oh, this person does know what they're talking about. And hopefully they see you as being approachable, and they see you as being willing to help. And, hopefully you'll be the person they reach out to if they have a question about your industry. So this is always the best, even though sometimes I know I don't love it all the time, but I know a lot of people don't love creating videos. But once you get used to it, it's not so hard. The other thing is to engage with your audience. So every day you should peek at your social media. And I don't mean scroll your feed or anything. All I mean is to go on your business page, look at the comments, read every single one, and reply to them. If there are messages, reply to them. Obviously, anything that's spam comments, you just mark them as spam and get rid of them, or report them to Facebook or the platform. But the other thing is to make sure that you're continuing the conversation. You are absolutely thanking people for watching your video, commenting on your post, sharing any of your anything. So there's another system, and I want you to go look for the video. It's just a few before this. So we have a video that tells you how to invite people to like your Facebook page, even if they are not your friends. Make sure it's the most recent one. There are actually 2 of these, and we've just updated that video. But this is simple and very quick, and even if they don't take you up on it, they're likely to still see your posts in the future, so it's well worth doing. The next thing you have to do, we kind of mentioned a little in the beginning, is to track your success and analyze it. Every single social media platform has free analytics along with it for business pages. And Google Analytics can show you the analytics for your website. You have to sign up, you have to link it, but it is completely free and it's very, very good. The analytics can tell you things like what are the demographics of the people who are coming to your page, looking at your content, coming to your website. Are they male or female? Are they young, or are they an older group of people? Are they coming from the United States, or are they coming from a foreign country? All kinds of details they can tell you about the people. Now, the other thing that the analytics can tell you is which of your posts are doing the best, and this is so helpful. So you can look at the popularity of your posts based on likes, comments, shares. You can look at your videos and see how many people watched them. How long did the average person watch the video? All this information is stuff that you should be tracking. You don't have to spend hours. You really don't. You need to look at it, maybe have a little spreadsheet for it, and determine, okay, so my video, I'm a chef. My video about apple pie by far did the best. So let's try a video about pumpkin pie, and then let's try a video about apple crisp. So you're staying in the pie, realm, and then you're staying in the apple realm with the other one. So just as an example, try and create things that are similar to it if it did really well. Don't duplicate it. Just see how that does. So you're constantly testing. You're constantly trying to improve things. Now, if something's kicking butt, don't try to improve it. So one of my clients just put out a movie, and the Facebook ad, one of the particular Facebook ads we're running, is absolutely killing it. I've never seen a click-through rate this high ever for any of my, ever. And I'm not touching that ad because it is just killing it. So if it's great, don't touch it. If it's you can try to improve some things. When you're working on improving things, only make one change at a time, because otherwise you're not going to know which of the changes worked. So you want to make sure you change one thing, and then if that does well, great. If it doesn't, then change one other thing. So for instance, you have, let's say, an ad, and you're running an ad, and you're like, this isn't doing great. Well, let's try changing the image or the video that goes with it first. Give that a week. Not great. Okay, let's try changing the headline, which is the wording at the bottom. And that, or the little call to action button that's at the bottom too, that might say learn more, buy here, something that you can click. And so then you try changing the wording at the top of the post and see how that does. So as you can see, you test one of these things out at a time. You don't change everything. With ads, you can also ask, for instance, Facebook you can approve 5 different sets of wording that go at the top of the post. You can approve 5 different images or videos, and you can ask Facebook to determine what they think will be the best of those 5 to show to a particular person and let them handle it. The truth is, we've got to do our demographic targeting, but Facebook's going to know better than we are. And once it starts running for a while, Facebook really picks up, their algorithm picks up and starts saying, oh, we get it. We see some similarities in the people that are clicking on this ad. We know where to find more of them, so we can show it to these people. So there's a lot you can do there as well. The last thing I want to say is that if you need help with your marketing, get help. It is not as costly as you would expect or maybe think. But don't go to someone that is, just be careful. Make sure they know what they're doing. And make sure when you sign up with someone that's very bright and does know what they're doing, they're not passing you off to someone who's brand new and has no real life experience with this. So just make sure to ask those questions prior. There are a lot of great people who do this, but there's also a lot of really bad ones. And oh my gosh, have I seen a lot of those recently. If you're still struggling, if you need help, I've got some free resources on my website. In addition to the one I've already mentioned, the free post ideas, I've also got a free social media blueprint and a free ebook that describes the social media platforms and gives you all the pros and cons. So on the very homepage, below that little fox that walks right on, you're going to see the 3 navy blue buttons. And whatever you need, if it can help you, just click the one you want. It's on foxsocialmedia.com. In addition, our company does completely runs the marketing programs for several different businesses in different industries. And we've also just started something called Simple Marketing Support. If you're someone that needs more help but doesn't have the budget for done-for-you services, consider checking out Simple Marketing Support. That's our program to very inexpensively help small business owners, solopreneurs, entrepreneurs through the marketing process without costing them a lot of money. As a matter of fact, it is less than a cup of coffee a day. So it's super ultra affordable. So I would love to help you. If you have any questions, please just, best thing to do is go to our website and contact us with any questions. Make sure you go to foxsocialmedia.com and get those 3 free resources. All worth it. All will help you tremendously. So again, foxsocialmedia.com. Look below the fox who trots in, and you'll see 3 navy blue buttons. Just click the one you want or click them all and get all the resources if you'd like. And I am so thankful that you joined us today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.